Good morning, student. I am your geography teacher, Suraj Kumar, and we are on the topic the origin and evolution of Earth. This is chapter 2 of your NCERT textbook, Fundamental of Physical Geography. So, we already finished about the early theories regarding the origin of Earth. Then we also looked up the modern theories like Big Bang theory, steady state theory. So today we will going to start the formation of star, the star formation. So you can see it here how stars are formed. So the first thing which I am going to say it here, that the distribution of matter and energy was not even in the early universe. When the universe was formed, there was not an even distribution of matter and energy. There was very uneven distribution of these things. These initial uneven distribution and resulted density differences gave rise to differences in gravitational force. So because of this uneven distribution, there is some sort of initial density differences, and because of these initial density differences, there is differences in gravitational force of different places, and it caused the matter to get down together. Means whatever side has the more gravitational force or have a more gravitational power, that attracts the other, and on the whole what happens, that matter gets down together to some particular area, region or place. Okay, and these way, these things, these one place get down of matter together resulted into an formation of galaxies, and these one place togetherness of matter form the basis for the development of galaxy. Galaxy contains a huge number of stars. Galaxies consist of not a single star but a many number of stars. Galaxies are spread over the large distances, and the distance in the galaxy is measured in terms of light year. Light year is the unit of distance, that is, in a particular year, the distance traveled by light throughout the year is called light year. Light year is the measure of distance and not the time. That is the important thing. People used to think of light year is a measure of time, but it is not measured of time, it is a measure of distance. It is a distance measured by light in 1 year, and that is calculated. If you calculate it, the speed of light is around 3 into 10 to power 8 meter per second, and that if you convert it, that is the distance of light per second. So just convert it into the per year, then you need to multiply it with 3600 to convert it into 1 day, and then this 1 day is multiplied by 365 to get it per year. Then after all the calculation, you will get that this distance of 1 light year is equal to 9.461 into 10 to the power 12 kilometer. So this is all about the calculation of light year. The diameter of individual galaxy would be around, or you can take it approximately, is equal to 80,000 to 1,50,000 light year. So from here you can see it that just 1 light year, by calculating it, we can get that 1 light year equal to 9.461 into 10 to power 12 kilometer, and the distance or the diameter of a galaxy is approximately equal to 80,000 to 1,50,000 light years. So it is so vast, so huge, and one galaxy consists of millions or billions of stars. So this is all about the light year. A galaxy starts to form, if you look into the exact principle behind which a galaxy is formed, then a galaxy starts to form by accumulation of hydrogen gas in the form of a very large cloud called nebula. We are already studying about the nebula. Nebula is a gaseous cloud, and these galaxies are formed by accumulation of these gases in the form of hydrogen gas or helium gas. So galaxy is formed by accumulation of hydrogen or helium gases in the form of very large cloud, which is particularly known as nebula. Eventually the nebula developed localized clumps of gases. So that I will explain here in this chapter given, in this figure given. You can see it from here itself. It's saying that a nebula develop into localized clumps of gases, means within a nebula is a gaseous cloud, and within a particular gaseous cloud there develops somewhere clumps of gases at other place. Means एक पहले तो नेबुला खुद ही एक गैसेस क्लाउड है, गैस का क्लाउड है, और उस क्लाउड में भी कहीं कहीं अलग अलग क्लम्सेस ऑफ गैस बन जाते हैं. मीन्स देयर इज मोर accumulation at certain places, that too because of differential gravitational forces. Okay, these clumps of gases continue to grow into even denser gaseous bodies. These clumps, with the time, what happens? There is more and more accumulation around these clumps of gas, and that clumps become more and more denser with time. With time passes, it become more and more denser and give rise to formation of small stars. Means with the accumulation of gases, they are formed a cloud called nebula, cloud of gases called nebula. In these cloud of gases, due to some reasons, there forms a clumps of gases at particular places, and these clumps of gases with time passes become more and more denser, and these each and every clumps will in long run converted into a different stars. So this is the process of formation of a star, and it is believed that the formation of a star, it is take place around 5 to 6 billion year ago. Means formation of cloud is approximately near to 5 to 6 billion year ago. Now see it here, this formation of cloud is explained in this diagram also. The first figure, it is already numbered 1 2 3 on the upper side, then 4 5 6 on the lower side. So on the first figure, the places where it is numbered at 1, so see it here, cloud of gas and dust are distributed by gravity of a nearby phenomena. It's saying that because of gravity of a nearby phenomena, they have created a cloud of gases, and that is because of differential gravitational forces. Now what happens? The disturbance caused clumps to form and draw gases inwards. Means because of some internal disturbance, there forms a clumps of gases. Means some gases are accumulated very densely at the center or some other places, and because of these clumps of gases, it draws other gaseous particles surrounding it inwards. So as I already told you guys that because of the rotation there is contraction and compression of gases, and because of these there is reduction in the distance between the, or reduction in the radius or distance between the different particles of gases. And because of these reduction or reduce in the radius, what happens to maintain the angular momentum, to maintain the conservation of angular momentum, what happens, the speed of rotation of the gases further increases, and with it again there increases the collapsing clumps begin to rotate and flatten into a disk of gas and dust. Because of more rotation there is more collapsing, and again there is further formation of clumps, and these clumps begin to rotate faster and faster, and with time what happens, it flattens into disc like shape, disc like gaseous plate, and this plate, disc like plate, is made up of gases and dust from the nearby area. And further what happens, these again dust rotate faster and faster, pulling more material inwards from the surrounding area and creating hot dense core called the protostar. Means after what happens, after reduction in the radius of the gases, the speed of rotation of the gaseous cloud increases. With it what happens, then it again flatten, form into disc like shape, and because of this what happens, the rotation again increases faster and faster, pulling more material from the surrounding area inwardly towards inside the cloud and creating hot dense core body called a protostar. You can see it from here too. I already taught what happens to this is nebula of gases. There is two kind of forces, inward force and outward force. Because of outward force of expansion of gaseous particles, then to maintain the conservation of angular momentum, this is the, because of rotation there is contraction, and because of contraction radius reduces, and once the radius reduces, then to conserve the angular momentum again speed of rotation further increases. The same thing is happening here too. In this also same thing is happening. Firstly rotation, then contraction, because of contraction reduction in radius, and clumps of gases formed, density of the gases increases, and because of this radius of the whole nebula decreases, and to maintain the conservation of angular momentum again further rotation speed increases, then more, because of more the disk rotate more and more fastly, pulling more material inside from the surrounding area and creating a hot dense core called protostar. In this way protostar formed. So how you can understanding this, how the galaxy form, then how with the accumulation of something some small star form, then again this like shape emerges around that star and ultimately result into protostar. When the protostar, just see on the next figure, fifth one, when the protostar become hot enough, hydrogen atoms begin to fuse. So once the protostar formed, and again there is more and more contraction that will increase the heat and intensity, and which resulted into more contraction, more speed, rotational speed, more contraction, and ultimately it will lead to fusion of hydrogen atoms. Hydrogen atoms of these gaseous nebula started to fuse in themselves and start producing helium and lots of energy. and this energy will become the energy and light of a star. So this way star will work after millions. Now see the next six figure. After millions of years, a bipolar flow erupted from the protostar and blast away remaining gases and dust. So in this way, after the nova, what happens? Star ends. So it's all about the formation of galaxy and how the star will form. Means firstly what happens, there is a formation of galaxy, and then within that galaxy, because of differential gravitational forces, there forms a localized clumps of gases, and after forming different localized clumps of gases, these six steps happens. And in this step, firstly a protostar formed, then there started in the protostar the fusion of hydrogen into helium, and lots of energy is released, and that way it will survive for millions of years. And after millions of years, what happens? Supernova happens, and star bipolar flow of star erupts from protostar and blast away in the form of supernova, and the star ends. So this is all the process about the formation of star. Now we are going to consider the formation of planets. So how the planets formed and how it works. Let's see it. There are few steps in which the formation of planets can be discussed, and that steps are discussed under the 3 point. Firstly, what happens? The star are also a kind same like the a planet. Sorry, we are reading about the formation of planet. A planet is also just like a star, having a very small or very localized clumps of gases. So these stars, like a star, these planets are also a localized clumps of gases within a nebula, just like a star. So what is there? How it is formed? Let's see it. In the first stage, stars are localized lumps of gases within a nebula. The gravitational force within the lumps lead to formation of core to the gas cloud, and a huge rotating disk of gas and dust developed around the gas core. So what is saying? It's saying about the first step of formation of a star. Local clumps of gases start rotating, and in this way a protostar happens. A disk like in this way there is a contraction and localized clumps took place, and these localized clumps resulted into more rotational speed, which resulted into disk like shape, and a protostar formed. Means in the formation of planet also the first step is formation of star. Then after the star is formed, what happens in the next stage? After the formation of a star, in the next stage the gas cloud starts getting condensed. Means whatever gas cloud is floating other than the central part, which is protostar. Means even after the formation of a protostar, there are some localized gases which are revolving around this प्रोटोस्टार. जो ये प्रोटोस्टार एक बन गया ना, इसके अराउंड भी गैसेस रिवॉल्व करते रहते हैं, नॉट इन दैट ह्यूज अमाउंट, बट थोड़ा बहुत गैस अभी भी उसके अराउंड रोटेट करता रहता है. सो नेक्स्ट स्टेप में क्या होगा? गैसेस विच आर मूविंग अराउंड द प्रोटोस्टार इन द फॉर्म ऑफ क्लाउड, these gases also started getting condensing. Means with time passes, the gas cloud around the protostar starts getting condensed, and the matter around the core developed into a small rounded object. So core part is protostar, and matter around in the form of gases surrounding the protostar, means all the matter and gases around the protostar which are already moving around the protostar with time passes converted into small rounded objects. These small rounded objects by the process of cohesion. These small rounded objects which formed around protostar by the process of cohesion. Cohesion means act of forming a united whole. मीन्स क्या होगा कि एक प्रोटोस्टार कोर में तो प्रोटोस्टार बन गया, उसके अराउंड में स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स और कुछ गैसेस रिवॉल्व कर रहे हैं. वो गैसेस और जो स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स रिवॉल्व कर रहे हैं या रोटेट कर रहे हैं वो धीरे धीरे कन्वर्ट हो जाएंगे किसमें, स्मॉल साइज राउंडेड ऑब्जेक्ट में, छोटे छोटे साइज के राउंडेड ऑब्जेक्ट में वो कन्वर्ट हो जाएंगे और वो भी रोटेट करते रहेंगे इस प्रोटोस्टार के साथ. टाइम के साथ क्या होगा, ये पूरा जो छोटा छोटा ऑब्जेक्ट प्रोटोस्टार के अराउंड बना ये प्रोसेस ऑफ कोहेशन से कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा कोहेजन प्रोसेस को यूज करते हुए. मतलब ये जो छोटा छोटा ऑब्जेक्ट था ये स्टार्ट आपस में आके मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा और बहुत टाइम के बाद ये ऑल छोटा छोटा ऑब्जेक्ट जो मैटर जो बना है, ऑल छोटे छोटे ये जो राउंडेड ऑब्जेक्ट बने हैं ये यूनाइटेड हो जाएंगे. मतलब ये सब आपस में मिलके एक बड़ा राउंड शेप ऑब्जेक्ट बना लेगा, जो कि पहले छोटे छोटे ये ऑब्जेक्ट मूव कर रहे थे प्रोटोस्टार के अराउंड, अब ये सारे छोटे छोटे मिलके एक बड़ा ऑब्जेक्ट बन जाएगा टाइम पास होने के साथ. और ये बड़ा ऑब्जेक्ट भी रोटेट करते रहेगा किसको, प्रोटोस्टार के चारों तरफ. तो लेट्स सपोज कि एक प्रोटोस्टार है सेंटर में कोर में, उसके अराउंड में पूरा गैसियस क्लाउड मूव कर रहा है. उस गैसियस क्लाउड में भी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट लेयर बन जाएगा. इन द फर्स्ट लेयर क्या होगा, मतलब कुछ सेंटीमीटर का सारे जो छोटे छोटे प्रोटो स्टार के चारों तरफ जो छोटे छोटे ऑब्जेक्ट मूव कर रहे थे, राउंडेड ऑब्जेक्ट या गैसियस जो मूव कर रहे थे, वो सारे मिलके उस सर्किल के राउंड में, उस रिंग के राउंड में वो मिलके एक प्लैनेट बना देंगे. फिर उसी तरीके से उसके हायर सर्किल पे जाके कोई दूसरा प्लैनेट बनेगा, उससे ऊपर आगे सर्किल पे कोई तीसरा. मीन्स एक पूरे रिंग के एरिया का जितना भी राउंडेड ऑब्जेक्ट होगा वो टाइम के साथ कोहेजन करते हुए बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ कोहेजन एक यूनाइटेड होल बना के एक छोटा सा प्लैनेट टाइप कुछ प्लैनेटेसिमल बना देगा. इसको भी एग्जैक्टली प्लैनेट नहीं बोलते, दैट इज कॉल्ड प्लैनेटेसिमल. तो ये छोटे छोटे जो राउंडेड ऑब्जेक्ट थे ये मिलके प्लैनेटेसिमल का फॉर्मेशन कर देंगे. सो व्हाट हैपेंस, फॉर्मिंग बाय कोहेजन. कोहेजन के द्वारा क्या होगा, कोहेजन के द्वारा ये आपस में मिल जाएंगे, आपस में जुड़ जाएंगे. एंड ग्रेविटेशनल अट्रैक्शन ऑफ द सेंटर स्टार और द कोर स्टार और द प्रोटो स्टार काउजेस द मटेरियल टू स्टिक टुगेदर. तो दो चीज लग रहा है, एक ये कोहेजन हो रहा है सो आपस में टच कर रहे हैं और ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स भी एक्ट कर रहा है. ये दोनों मिला करके इनको इन सब छोटे छोटे राउंडेड शेप ऑब्जेक्ट जो कि प्रोटोस्टार के अराउंड मूव कर रहे थे और गैसेस क्लाउड को मिला के क्या फॉर्म कर देगा, वो एक दूसरे के साथ स्टिक करा देगा एंड देन दे आर फॉर्म्ड अ प्लैनेटेसिमल. देन फाइनल स्टेज, तब थर्ड स्टेज में एंटर करेंगे. थर्ड स्टेज में क्या होगा, इन द फाइनल स्टेज दिस लार्ज नंबर ऑफ स्मॉल प्लैनेटेसिमल्स accrete to form a few larger body in the form of planets. तो ये जो छोटा छोटा ऑब्जेक्ट से मिलके थोड़ा बड़ा प्लैनेटेसिमल बना था वो भी that planetesimal is not even that much bigger to be called as planet. तो प्लैनेट का ही छोटा छोटा प्लैनेटेसिमल बना था. अब थर्ड स्टेज में क्या हो रहा है, बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ एक्रीशन. एक्रीशन क्या होता है, कंपोजिट होल. अभी तक यूनाइटेड होल बना था ना, छोटे छोटे जो राउंडेड ऑब्जेक्ट बने थे वो यूनाइटेड होल बन के, मतलब एकदम छोटे थे, वो कण टाइप के स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स थे, उनको वो सारे यूनाइटेड होल बन के थोड़ा बड़ा ऑब्जेक्ट बना है जिसको हम लोग प्लैनेटेसिमल बोले. लेट्स सपोज वो छोटे छोटे ऑब्जेक्ट 5 सेंटीमीटर, 10 सेंटीमीटर, 1 मीटर, 10 मीटर, 20 मीटर तक के थे. प्लैनेटेसिमल बना किलोमीटर्स में, 10 किलोमीटर का प्लैनेटेसिमल बना. बट इवन इफ वी कंसिडर एन ऑब्जेक्ट हैविंग अ रेडियस ऑफ 10 सेंटीमीटर, उसको प्लैनेट तो नहीं बोल सकते हैं. ये छोटा प्लैनेट का छोटा रूप है, उसको प्लैनेटेसिमल बोले. और ये सारे प्लैनेटेसिमल मिलके देन क्रिएटेड अ प्लैनेट जिसका रेडियस इन प्लैनेटेसिमल्स के कंपैरिजन में बहुत बड़ा है. प्लैनेटेसिमल का रेडियस क्या था, मीटर में 1 मीटर, 10 मीटर और 50 मीटर और 100 मीटर था एट मैक्स। नाउ प्लैनेट जो बना उसका थाउजेंड्स ऑफ किलोमीटर्स का, 1000 रेडियस का एक प्लैनेट बना। तो यूनाइटेड होल जो बने थे छोटे राउंडेड ऑब्जेक्ट से, उसको प्लैनेटेस्मल बोले। और फिर किस प्रोसेस से बना था यूनाइटेड होल, कोहेशन से, बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ कोहेशन। नाउ बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ एक्रीशन, एक्रीशन प्रोसेस के थ्रू कंपोजिट होल बना दिया। ये छोटे छोटे जो प्लैनेटेस्मल जो यूनाइटेड होल से बने थे, इन सबको आपस में अट्रैक्ट करके अंडर द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स ऑफ द गिवन प्रोटोस्टार अट्रैक्ट करके एक कंपोजिट होल बनाया। एंड दैट कंपोजिट होल इज comparatively a very bigger object, or that composite hole became by gradual accumulation process which is called accretion. And this large body formed by accretion is called planet. So this is the formation of planet. Now you can understand it the same way the way star is formed, approximately in the same manner, with some more smaller magnitude localized clumps of matter and gases, results into the formation of small rounded object. These rounded object by process of cohesion formed a united whole in the form of planetesimals, which are comparatively bigger in radius, around 100 to thousands, not around 10 kilometer to few hundred kilometers of radius. And then by the process of accretion, these whole planetesimal comes together under the gravitational force of protostar and forms the, this time they forms the which hole, this time they form the composite hole. Means at the time of formation of planetesimal, that was united hole. Now at the time of formation of planets, it is called composite hole. There the process at the time of formation of planetesimal, the process is cohesion. Here in case of at the time of formation of planet, the process is called accretion. So this way, under the gravitational force of the protostar, by the process of accretion, all these small planetesimals comes together to form a composite hole, and this composite hole is called planets. So this is the formation of planets. So this way, from a star, this way firstly form a galaxy by the process of Big Bang. Firstly, by the process of Big Bang forms a universe. Under the universe, by the process of accumulation hole, there forms a galaxies. Under the galaxy, with the localized clumps of gases on a larger magnitude, forms a stars. Stars have their own light, and the objects or the gas particle or the matter removing or moving around the stars due to the gravitational force of the protostars started to form the united whole under the process of cohesion. And by this process, there forms a planetesimals, and all these planetesimals again comes together with time under the gravitational force of the protostar or the star or the home star. By the process of accretion, all comes together under the gravitational force and form a composite whole called the planets. So I think this concept of formation of galaxies, stars and planets are completed. In the next class, I am going to start our home star, that is Sun, and the related 8 planets, and the concept of dwarf star, etc. So stay tuned, be waited. In the next class, I will start the topic our solar system. By that time, okay, bye bye, see you in the next class.